Hello everybody, my name is Eve Payor. I am the Director of Community Programs at Atlantic Center for the Arts in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Since most of us are at home right now, I wanted to give you a fun activity that you can do with your family or your friends, anybody that's, right in your house, and just you go out in your backyard or go onto a trail that's nearby and listen. So the soundscape is like a landscape. It is all the sounds that are around us, that are happening in our environment. Sometimes that includes humans, and most of the time it includes natural sounds, all the wildlife that lives around us every day, as well as earth sounds, so wind and rain and all sorts of amazing water sounds that are out there. So this is an exercise in listening. And the activity I'd like to share with you today is making a sound map. It's really easy. All you need is a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil. If you have colored pencils or pens, even better. But if you don't, that's fine. And what we're going to do is the most simple way to make a sound map is first you have to go into an environment and stand where you are, and you can close your eyes or you can leave them open and be silent for a moment and listen. So right now around me I hear a couple of birds, I hear some planes really high up, I hear the wind through the leaves. And so when we're making a sound map, you're going to draw exactly what you just experienced. The longer you can listen, the better your sound map will be. So try and listen for at least a couple of minutes. Try 5 minutes to start, just to be silent and listen. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples of what a sound map looks like. First, I take a piece of paper and I put an X in the middle. And I have an X right here, which is representing me, where I'm standing. Then I'm drawing all of the things that I heard around me. I did this earlier, so these are the things I heard earlier. I heard a plane going over. I heard the wind going through the trees. I heard one of our neighborhood owls, so I put him in my sound map. I even put the directions, so I knew which way I was facing. North, south, east, and west. Then I heard a train go by, so I put the train in my sound map. And these are all in relation to where I'm standing. So if you heard it to the north of where you're standing, that's where you're going to draw it on the paper. Then I heard some cars with some music coming out of it. So this is just one example. Oh, there was a cardinal in there. They're building nests right now since it's the first day of spring. So this is just an example of one way. I'll show you a sound walk. So what you could do is if you have a trail nearby, or if your yard is relatively big, or you can just walk around your house, would be a really cool sound walk. You start with the X again. And then the line represents where I went along the walk. You see my footprints, choot, 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 choot. And then I passed by some ferns, and the wind was blowing through the ferns. And then I heard the wind in the trees, and I heard a snake moving through the forest. Then I kept walking around, and there were a bunch of leaves. Then I went along, and there was a stream and a bridge. So I heard the water rushing by, and the sound was different between these two bridges. One was slow and the other one was fast. So it's going to change every single day and every single season. All of these sounds will change. So it's an amazing activity to do every single day. And you'll be able to see how things change if you do it every day. I also have one other way to do it, which is through symbols. You don't have to be an artist, because I definitely am not. You can make symbols for different things that you hear. For example, I'm standing where the X is, and I made a legend or a key that shows that this blue squiggly means wind, and these blue lines mean rain, and this spiral in purple means thunder. So as I'm standing right here, I'm hearing the wind and the rain, and a thunder clap happens, and all these little red circles are for drips of rain. And then behind me, as I was facing this way, behind me I'm hearing inside and people laughing and talking as they're watching TV. So I could hear the TV in the background. So this is an activity that you can do anywhere. You can do it in your house. It's so much nicer to be outside and do it because you'll learn to listen to your environment, and you'll learn the importance of being a good listener. And that is taking a moment to be silent and opening your ears and listening to the soundtrack. So I hope you have fun with this, and thank you so much for watching.